Have you ever had a one night stand? Can I shoot my shot? What's your take on situationships? Shaving or waxing? I had a threesome. Right now, I honestly don't care. Oh, hi.
10:30 motivated, then drop them drawers. I know what you want. I ask myself, is this shit real?
Hi butterfly, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alexis and I'm back with another video. If it's your first time to see this beautiful face, you're welcome. I hope you love it here. Make sure to subscribe, like all my videos, leave a comment and share. I am here to gossip.
That's suspicious.
Okay, don't gossip. I want to be a big sister today. I want to be a big sister. I love giving advice. So they put up a Q&A on my Instagram and Snapchat. The girls on Snapchat were so naughty, and I think it's because it's anonymous, which is okay. Instagram, you people were you were asking basic things, like things you normally ask, like skincare. Really? Anyway, it's also part of the girl chat. So I came through with my cereal. Yeah, I'm gonna be eating. It's bedtime. It's about 11 p.m. Let's get into it. Let me get comfortable. The first question is, I've been talking to this guy for months and he hasn't asked me on a date. How can I get him to suggest it, or should I suggest it? You mean ask him out on a date? Girl, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Please don't. If he wanted to, he would. But he doesn't want to. He probably just want to talk. You're taking it too far. You feel like he's wasting your time. Do not talk to him. If he feels like he misses you, he will reach out and will ask to link up. Otherwise, if he doesn't, personally, I would never ask a man out on a date. I mean, he approached me, he started talking to me, he shows interest in me. I feel like he should, go ahead and ask me out on a date. Why would I ask him out? Why would I even suggest it? Maybe if he wants us to be friends, I could suggest a friendly, I could call him with my other friend. Let's say I'm going out with my other friends, I would call him to join us, and we have a friendly date. How can I start falling in love with myself? That is something that I also learn to do gradually. It's not gonna happen overnight. It won't happen in a week's time, a month's time, a year's time. It might not even happen in 2 years, because self love or falling in love with yourself never stops. Like, if you decide to embark on your self love journey, you should be ready to go on and on and on. Just fall in love with falling in love with yourself. So for me, I started by buying a journal. I bought a journal. I started noting down everything that I love about myself, everything that I appreciate about myself. It doesn't have to be just the physical things. It could be um other things that are within, like I have a good heart, I am so kind, I am a good listener, I give good advice. Like, it could be different things about yourself. Then also you can also write down the things you think you don't like about yourself, because those are the things that are holding you back from falling in love with yourself. The insecurities. Write down everything, and that's where it starts. I'll give an example. I've been so insecure about my voice for the longest time. I remember in school, kids used to laugh at my voice every time I talked, every time, I was always in the MDD section. I always danced, I always loved to sing. So they always laughed at my voice. They said it's horsey, it's masculine. I always thought I was like a man because of my voice, but I've grown to fall in love with my voice. I had never imagined myself doing YouTube. And the fact that content creation is all about being like talking and, putting yourself out there, I had to fall in love with my voice regardless. So, and when I did, it became too much. Like, I need you to hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear how beautiful my voice is? Oh my God! Wow! Like, it's a process and you need to be ready. Someone else asked about self esteem. They feel, she said, mm, is it? How did you build your self esteem? Because you seem shy. I'm not shy, first of all. Yeah, I'm just a result person. Also, when you work on yourself, love, self esteem comes along. Confidence. Those are things that you have to be willing and ready and committed to, to tackle, because there are things that you can actually work on, like your body. You could probably go to the gym, but things like my voice, that's one thing I could never work on. So I learned to accept it for what it is. I started doing things that made me love it. And when I started loving it, even the people around me started loving it. So whatever you feel from within reflects on the outside. Things you think about yourself, people will think the same things about you. It reflects on the outside. So learn to work on yourself from within. Most people think self love is taking yourself on a solo date, doing all these things, self care, blah, 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 blah. But you cannot do all that if you haven't done the work from within. So, first do the work from within, then you can get into all the self care. Learn to spend enough time with yourself. Most of you, man, you get so caught up in the society, the people. Spending time with yourself is so important, and that's the best way you can start getting to know yourself. Like, how are you going to love other people? How are you going to know other people? How are you going to treat other people if you cannot love and treat yourself well? You know? So do the work with yourself, then everything else will fall in place. My friends constantly comment on my weight every time we meet. How can I make them stop? First of all, I would love to talk to everyone who is watching me right now. If you are the kind that has something to say about someone's body, how their stomach is big, how they should, before they ask you for your opinion, like the first time you meet someone, you're like, well, Alexis, you've lost so much weight. You don't even know what this person is going through. You have no idea. And, personally, I really do not mind. Like, at this point, those days, it used to really get to my head. But right now, I honestly don't care. And also, please be mindful, be kind. You have no idea what people are going through. And you come and comment about their weight. Anyways, if your friends come up with such comments, talk to them, tell them point blank. I do not appreciate you commenting on my weight like that. Now talk to them. And if they persist, you can stay away from them, and your mental health comes first. Also, this goes back to self-love, because people are always going to have something to say, and with this internet, you're going to post a picture, everyone is going to have something to say about you. So you need to not mind them. Most of these things have nothing to do with you, and they have so much to do with the other person telling you is trash. You will realize the person telling you you're so skinny or you're so fat is probably in love with your body. They are just trying to project their insecurities onto you. So it's not that deep. Fall in love with yourself to the extent that whatever comment they throw just goes through this ear and falls to the other side. How did you manage your finances at the start of your business? This was from Instagram. Instagram had like very serious questions. Personally, I wouldn't lie to you, I did know nothing. All that mattered in that moment was I want to own a brand with beauty products. That's all that mattered. The rest, I honestly didn't put anything into consideration. Saving, managing finances, blah, 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 blah. Like, I was staying with my parents. I was being fed, I was being taken care of. Everything was being catered for by my family. So, all that mattered is Alexis owns a brand, a beauty. Like, I had so much passion for this. Like, I just wanted to have something like that. Like, everything that I've done was to lead me to Evil Beauty, and the rest didn't matter. It's now that all these things are starting to, to matter. Like everything started, like everything, finances, blah blah blah, started mattering when I got the business, and now rent started kicking in. I moved out of my parents' house, so that's when I started, focusing on managing my finances. But before, all that mattered was to just make lip glosses and see people wearing them. Like it just gave me so much joy. Yeah, but at the start, it's tricky. You just have to be ready to learn on job. If you have people that advise you well and good, but not everyone has that opportunity. And if you don't, mistakes are okay. We've all learned from our mistakes. So the losses, and don't put yourself on pressure to save. And I would advise actually do not bother saving. Just get all the money, invest it back into the business, like that, like that, like that, while the business grows gradually. What's your crush's initials? First of all, who said I have a crush? Since you asked, I will tell you. Just look at the screen.
Child. Anyway, so
I'm a girl and I really have a crush on you. Can I shoot my shots? Please, please don't. Do not think about it. For real, because first of all, I'm straight, like straight, no chance. Do you prefer shaving or waxing? From someone who has done both, I've waxed and I've shaved before. I would always choose waxing. I don't remember last time I saw a shaver. I would never go back to shaving. Ever in my life, go back to shaving. Because I feel like when I used to shave, I don't even remember the experience. But one thing that I remember about shaving is like you have to shave. I think like I'll shave like 3 times a week. But with waxing, I'll go to my waxing place like twice a month. I feel like I just want to be there and things are done for me. Like I'm not lazy. If I could have someone show me, do everything for me, I do not mind. I'll definitely go waxing any day, anytime. Hi Alexis, how can I move on from a heartbreak? Girl, I feel like everyone moves on differently. Like I've been through that before. I know how it feels. It's painful, but all I can say is not the end of the world. And one day you're gonna look back and you'll be like, I can't believe I thought I'd never move on from this person. I'm sure you are still young. There is so much out there for you. There is a lot of people you haven't met, beautiful, amazing people. So I hope this heartbreak doesn't make you feel like men are trash. Okay, they are trash, some of them. There are a lot of amazing men out there. So not the end of the world. Cry if you have to, go out with friends if you have to, do everything you can. But with time it gets better. Trust me, it gets better. Why are all my talking stages failing, girl? Honestly, you are not going through this alone. I feel like talking stages are failing for so many people, which is normal. Not every talking stage is gonna end up into a relationship. But all I can say is it would rather fail than it leading into something that's going to waste your time, you know? So most of the times, these people decide to end the talking stage or they ghost you because they realize you are way better than, you are too much for them. You deserve better. So do not beat yourself about it, honestly. Do not. Meant attacking stage fails, move on to the next, Just move on to the next. 25 and I'm still a virgin. Is it normal? Of course, babes. I know someone who is actually 30 and she's still virgin. She's keeping herself for marriage. I don't know if it's the same case with you, but all I can say it's normal. Like you shouldn't put yourself on pressure. Um, you shouldn't feel like you are an outcast because you haven't lost your virginity. There is really not much you are missing. Maybe you are waiting for the right person and you should break it with the right person. Trust me. Yeah. But it's not a big deal. Like you are not abnormal. You are just okay. Any weight loss tips? I feel so insecure being fat. First of all, losing weight and gaining weight starts from within. I don't care what you say, that is it. For someone who has been way fat and tried to lose weight, been way skinny and tried to gain weight, I know you will do everything under the sun to try and gain weight. But if you're not doing the work from within, you are wasting your time, sweetie. You are wasting your time. Hi, Alexis. What's your take on situationships? It's a waste of time. Trust me, been there, done that. It's the ghetto. And in most cases, it benefits the men most of the time. So, unless unless it's urgent, do not, do not, I would say, do not waste your time, honestly. I had a threesome and I am pregnant, girl. I didn't even know what to say, but was the threesome and two girls and one man, or it was two men and one girl? Because then it gets complicated. Like, we'll be confused on who the baby daddy is. But first of all, I'm so sorry because I know it's tough for you right now. All I can say is you need to know who the baby daddy is and you need to talk to him about it. You didn't tell me, like, you didn't ask me if you need advice from me. She just said, I had a threesome and I'm pregnant. Like, that's it. But I'm sending you love and hugs, and I hope you figure it out at the end of the day. Oh my god, so many people ask for my skincare routine. Y'all didn't watch my previous video. Watch my previous video, my most recent previous video. You will see the products that I'm using now. Then I'm gonna do a whole routine video how I use each of the products because they've been working so well. Like I'm so in love with my skin. Like I can't wait to go back and test it again and see if there's been an improvement. Would you date someone younger than you? First of all, I've never dated someone younger than me, and I wouldn't want to date someone younger than me, honestly. I've dated someone of my age, and it really perturbed me so much, but I was still young. I was at campus, so I didn't find it. No, he wasn't younger than me. He was a year older or 2 years older, but it felt like he was my age man. So I wouldn't. I prefer him like 5, 7 years, 10 years older, younger than me, my age mate. 1 year older, 2 years older. No, not my spec. Would you recommend birth control? 100%. If you want to try birth control, go to hospital, find out what works for you. Yeah, me, I don't mind people getting it because it protects you from having children you are not ready for. Unless you're gonna sustain and be celibate. Hmm. Peer pressure advice. I'm not one to be peer pressured. Like, I do things that I want to do. If I don't want to do it, then I'll not do it. And I feel like we should all be like that. At the end of the day, it comes back to you as a person being disciplined, having self control, telling like saying no. And no should be a no. And it should be okay for you to say no. Like if you're called somewhere and you don't want to go, if you ask to do something and you don't want to do it, say no, and you don't need to explain why. And no is a complete answer. Like just practice self discipline. Honestly, I don't know the age bracket of the people that are watching me right now, but I feel like personally I'm too old to say I was peer pressured into doing something. Unless I wanted to, I don't think anyone can peer pressure me into doing anything. Have you ever been ghosted by a man? No. But if he ghosts you, it's for your own good. Like, it should be okay. He saved you a lot. Like, wasting your time, you deserve way better than a man who acts like a kid. Like, really. In 2023, we are almost going into 2024. Men are still ghosting women. I mean, friendship breakups. Someone talked about friendship breakups versus relationship breakups. I've heard all about this wahala that friendship heartbreaks are the worst, like they are more painful than the relationship breakups. But honestly, they all hurt. For someone that has been through both, I can't compare. Like I feel like they all hard. Like if you, it depends on how much you put into that relationship. It must hurt, and pain is not a bad thing. Pain is part of life. That's why they say love is pain. Like all these things, like you're not going to go through life on a straight line. You need to go through valleys, get to the hill, but it gets better. The good days come through, the bad days come through, nothing lasts forever. I personally believe that everything in my life, whatever is going on in my life, is a plan. Like it's God's plan. Everything that is going on, whether bad or good, it's happening for my own good. Whoever comes into my life, they are either a lesson or I've forgotten the other thing they say, but I know you know what I'm talking about. Stop dragging the whole thing. Like you are not going to be with these people forever. If they do not if you do not like break up, but they could die, and that's also painful. People outgrow each other, people move on, people leave, people break hearts. So me personally, I believe like these things happen. If they do, of course, you go through the pain and move on. Like, I personally cry over a heartbreak that same day, and tomorrow I'm moving on. Like, we move on to the next. That's why me, I do not even like I used to be the kind of person to be like, I don't want to date again. I've been through heartbreaks, men are trash. I don't want to have any more friends. Girls are mean, yada yada yada. Guys, stop stressing. If this friend is hurting you, man, block, move on, make new friends. Like, keep your heart open. If a man hurts you, cry over it, do whatever to move on and get on to the next. Like, life is going to wait for you. Life moves on. Like, if you're going to be in your bed and cry over heartbreak, man. Life is moving on. No one is going to be there waiting for you. Meanwhile, this other person you're crying about, they are moving on with their lives, and you're out there Like, I think this is gonna be the last one. We will have a part two, God willing. Have you ever had a one night stand? No, and it's not even on my bucket list. I love to build a connection with someone before I get to, get to that point. So it's not really something I would want to do. Anyways, thank you for coming this far. Thank you for watching this far. If you loved the video, let me know in the comments. Just talk to me. Let's engage. And let me know if you want a part to come through the questions. I enjoyed making this. Bye. See you in my next. Do not forget to subscribe, like this video, share, comment, subscribe. Bye. Mwah. Love ya.